What's up, YouTube? Word, man. Big D and Charlie, man. Big D back with another one, man. Hey, go ahead and give a few of these shout out, man. Of course, I'm sure shouting the cities, you know what I mean, in my day one subscriber, but I'm going to holler at them first. You know what I mean? I appreciate God darn everybody who been tuning in, who been subscribing, man. Hey, man, Memphis 10 in the building, man. This is Living and I see you, man. I know you've been riding, rocking with your boy Heavy, man. Continue to share them videos for you, boy, man. Hey, also, man, I want to give a big shout out to my boy. You got to pull your name up. At BR1-T4X. Hey, man, appreciate that love, man. Anthony Mara, man, out there in Japan, I appreciate that love, man. NYC, by the way, Kuwait, by the way of NYC, man, I appreciate that love. We got Houston, Texas in the building. We got that Gump in the building. We got that Birmingham in the building. Alabama is in the building. Hey, man, I appreciate everybody, man. We got Florida coming from our way from Tampa, man. We got Houston, man. We got, hey, I'm tapping in for hour, man. I appreciate all the love that y'all been giving me, man. I appreciate that, seriously. So I got this story, man. I just dropped the video. Came book the prep, and one of the people in that video, man, this is who I'm really speaking on. So boom, I move out of dorm 17. I go up there to the annex. We in the annex at with them, right? And I told you on that ain't no homeboys. I was in another dorm, and they moved me to a less aggressive dorm. So once I went to this less aggressive dorm that still had things going on, because it wasn't nowhere that you could duck none of the BS that was going on there at the same time. So when I go in the dorm, one of my partners from diagnostics, and me and him was cool in diagnostics. He kind of played himself left, played me left, rather. You know what I mean? What was in VRC, which is PMC, down the hill. And you can go check that video out, K Buck the Prep. You know what I mean? That when him and his homeboy, the West Side Bullet was basically prepping on me, cheating the cars, you know what I mean? Trying to finagle your boy, trying to finesse your boy. You know what I mean? I was able to wiggle my way up out of it. But anyway, that was just having to do with some gambling. But yeah, so check this out. I go in the dormitory with this dude right here. So when I go in there, in my cut, it was mostly like some Decatur dudes in my cut. You know what I mean? We ended up getting real cool. We were chopping up. We were rocking with each other. And one day, man, one of the dudes in my cut come back. You know what I mean? We're just going to call him, you know what I mean, big homie from Decatur, man. He was a big dude. He come back and said, hey, man, what's up with that dude who be coming in your cut, man, be talking to you? Now, mind you, I still have rapport with the dude. I still would talk to him from time to time. I really wasn't rocking with him because of what he had did, but at the same time, I would speak to him. You know what I mean? Because like I said, we was cool at one point in time. We were still cool, but I just knew it was limitation to how I had to deal with dude. But he would come around every blue moon. Mostly, I had a couple of homeboys in the dorm with me from the street, and then I knew from the street. So I would spend majority of my time over there kicking it with them. But like I said, there ain't no homeboys, so you know how I go. But I'll go over there and kick it with them guys, man, and he would pull up over there in the cut and stuff like that, or he'll pull up on me in my cut. And he came back, big dude from the east side came back like, hey, man, say, what's up, dude, man? I said, what's up with who? Oh, better be coming pulling up in the cut. He said the name, but I'm just gonna call him for a little dude from the west side. He's a little dude from the west side, man, be pulling up in the cut, man, talking to him time to time using the diagnostic with. I said, I don't know what's going on with the man. Why you asking me that? He said, man, them two dudes, Little Georgia in the bathroom, you know what I mean? Jacking on the man, you know what I mean? He masturbating on him. I said, what? I said, man, go ahead, He's like, nah, go get you some. Cause he was coming from like the water fountain. The water fountain was actually by the shower, and it was connected to this. Like it was a wall water fountain. How you go into the bathroom? When you go into the bathroom, you have to go into the bathroom. There's a sink on this side. It's a sink attached to where the shower heads at. It was like 4 shower heads in there, and Buddy was in the shower. So I was finna go fix me a soup anyway. So I said, well, I'm going up there anyway. I go up there and just what they were saying, you know what I mean? The dudes were acting like they were washing their clothes, but while he had his back turned, they thought they junk out and they were pulling on the man. So I'm like, man, come on, man. I push out. I go back in my cut. So I asked them, I'm like, man, what you think? He said, man, I don't know. You know what I mean? So I mean, big homie from the east side, he was like, man, honestly, man, you probably want to stay up out of that. And my bunk mate was like, well, I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Y'all that cool, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, if it was somebody I was cool with, I probably want them to know and let them handle their business the way they're going to handle their business. So I get out of my bed and I go holler at my homeboy who had been down a couple of years more than me. And both of them had been down longer than me, but one of them had been down longer than both of us. So I asked him, he said, man, honestly, you might want to stay out of that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I don't know, man. Me and Bryce, man, I don't know. He said, you make that choice decision on your own, man. So I said, all right, I'm going to play both sides of it. He come out the shower. He get himself together. I said, hey, man, you get yourself together, man. Just come on, pull up on my cut, man. I need to holler at you about something. He like, cool. He gets his stuff together. He comes and pull up in my cut. So we send him the bunk. Now, mind you, old annex, if you ain't heard this before, it's an open dormitory. So he slept right across from me from Skid Row. Meaning Skid Row is just the hall, like the little middle of the dorm. They didn't have any bunks. We call it Skid Row. It's like in the military, like open dormitory. You know, I can look straight across and see him. He can look straight across and see my cut. He comes and walks over there. I'm like, hey, bro, sit down, man. I'm gonna holler at you. So he's like, what's up? I said, man, now hold up, pause. The two dudes who was from Miller, Georgia, who was jacking on him, he was he used to kick it with them dudes a lot. I mean, he used to be around them more than the dudes from Atlanta. But every day you used to see him sitting around kicking and laughing and joking with these dudes. So I'm thinking like, you know, these folk playing up under him. That's in my mind. But so, and I'm gonna be vague with him because he talked to a lot of other people in the dormitory. But I know he dealt with them people more than he dealt with anybody. So I'm just making an assumption that maybe if I just say it this way, that he would get where I'm coming from. So I'm like, hey man, them dudes that you be kicking it with, man, you might want to slow up on that. And plus, by the fact, them the only two dudes was in the shower while he was bathing, so I'm figuring like he gonna put two and two together. I kick with these dudes, and these the only two dudes that was in there when I got out the shower. So it had to be the guy he talking about. So I'm like, what? He said, what's up? So man, look, I went to get some hot water, man, and I seen the two dudes in there got masturbating on you, man. I didn't say it that way. I said the little chain gang slang to you. He like, who? I said, man, the dudes you be kicking it with, man, just be careful, man. Just start paying attention when you go to the shower, Joe. He like, all right, man. He shoots out the what cut. He goes mumbling and talking to other people and stuff like that. But he never goes to those guys. So I'm feeling that he's going over there telling the dudes from Atlanta what he just heard from me, that he gonna go handle their business or whatnot. I don't even really care how it plays out. I just don't want my name involved. And before he left, I told him, I said, but you didn't hear that from me. I'm just telling you what I seen. Just keep your head on the swivel, man. Pay attention. Next morning. Now, mind you, one of these dudes slept in the cut. Well, like 2 months down, it's like my bed, bunk, 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 and then he slept on the top bunk right there. So we would consider that in the same area. The other guy slept actually like right there beside him. So that's what made me realize, make me think like maybe that's why they're kicking it with each other. Okay. The next day we go to chow. We come back from chow. Boom. It's cold at this time right now, so I got my jacket on and stuff. And old Lennox, if somebody would like to get the fighting in there and they bust a window, them folks will never fix the window. They won't fix the window until the summer. They're gonna let you suffer for somebody breaking the window. Something you didn't have anything to do. And the building was old, so central heating. The floor used to heat up. Used to have like old pipes going through the floor. It was real old building. It used to be like a tuberculosis hospital. You know what I mean? So that's why it looked like a hospital when you pull up, like it was an old antique hospital back in the 20s. Used to be a tuberculosis hospital. But yes, so the pipes ran through like the out of boiler room into the floor, and that's how they heated the dorm up. But it always was cold. You used to have to sleep with everything that you own for warm clothing on your body, including, and that's crazy. And the blankets and everything, man, I'm talking about, boy, it'd be cold enough. And you talking about in North Georgia, in the mountains, man, that's crazy. But anyway, man, home, the next morning when we come back, I got my coat on, I go to my bunk, and I'm get my bunk together and stuff like that. They call detail, school and detail, outside detail, whatever detail them folk had going on. And my people that I rock with, all of them used to work the morning kitchen, so they had been gone. And the few people that were left in there that I kicked it with on a regular basis had gone. And the only people that in there that I really kicked it with was Seaport Slim. Go check out my first Dan, and you'll remember him. That was used to be my bunk mate. We ended up getting in a fight. And the one I called my first real friend from Rome, he was in the dormitory too at the time, but they was down there sitting around there, and I really wasn't rocking with Seaport Slim like that, even though we had squashed our beef. But in my mind, once we don't went that far, I'm starting to feel like, you know what I mean, it might end up being something more to it than what you might think. So I'm sitting on my bunk, and this dude who slept in the cut, he from the south side. I don't know him, but I know of him. It's one of those situations. Like, you done seen somebody, but you really don't know nothing about them. You heard about them or whatnot. And that's the type of person, that's who he was. I didn't never have no conversation with him. Plus, I felt like he was on some funny business, some flugaziness. No, I never seen anything, but man, I didn't like the way that dude moved. He was always on something. It seemed like he was always up to something. And he called me over there to the cut, like, hey man, I'm gonna holler at you real fast. So I walk over there, naive is all I know, don't know nothing, blindsided like I don't know nothing. He's standing in the cut. Little buddy from the west side is standing behind him. And he say, little buddy from the west side saying that you told him that I was in the shower jacking on him. I said, what? I'm shocked. I'm blindsided by this because I never mentioned anybody's name, first and foremost. Secondly is I didn't even imply that it was you. So when I said that, he went to having that look on his face like he finna punch me in my so I'm like, man, what this man on, man? I take a step back. So now I'm coming out my jacket because I see what's going, and he act like he finna hit me. And he had me too. He could have got off, but he didn't. And I told him, I said, hey, bro, you should want to hear Schwarm, man. You finna find out about me, my boy. I walk back and take my coat off, boom, and come back cross. When I come back cross, I said, man, shit, let's get it. 6, 7 dudes, they were just sitting there watching the whole thing. All of them from the city, all of them from Atlanta. They jump off the bunk, they vets, they bend down. They block the cut. And one of them, which I call, you know what I mean, my big bro now, because this is how we met, how we end up being able to report, how he put me racially, put me on game, put me on point. He helped me deal with the time that I was facing, not to get sucked up and succumb to the BS that was going on around me. You know what I mean? And I appreciate him a lot for that. You know what I'm saying? And I would tell him in the face every time I see him that, man, if it wasn't for you, you know what I mean? I don't know if I could have managed just during that time and maintaining my goddamn integrity and but I was willing to go to that point, but give me some clarity on what I thought I was seeing and give me some understanding of how to do your time by navigating, dealing with these dudes at the same time, not becoming who those dudes was. That's basically what I'm saying. So I come over there. He, like I said, all them dudes jump out, like 6, 7 dudes. I can't whip out right now, but I'm heated. I'm mad. You know what I mean? Because I told you I have triggers. And you making a threatening move at me with some and threats about it or harm. You'd be better out just doing it than making threats. Somebody you gonna do something to me, nigga, out of. Because that way you say, out. Like, that supposed to scare me. Now mind you, when he's saying that he's standing behind all these guys, and he's saying, man, I'm through it. I'm through it. I don't want to do that. So which let me know right now, oh, you on some real cow stuff. You thought I was gonna fold. That was your expectation. That was your mindset. But what was pissing me off more than anything, little buddy from the west side standing behind everybody saying, talking about, man, I'm just saying, man, that messed up. That messed up, man. You putting that shit on that man's name, man, saying that man did that. Homie, the big homie from the west, the big homie from the city, he looks at me and said, look, you might can fight, but you can't whoop all of it, bro. You feel me? He said, man, just let it go. It's a bad guy there, man. Ain't nobody got hit, ain't got no problems, nothing. I said, nah, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, and while I'm explaining to him, I'm not explaining myself. I said, I'm not gonna explain myself. I said, but that dude lying. I ain't tell that man nothing like that. He said, man, stay out of them folk business though. You know what I mean? I'm like, listen, man, y'all don't have to just come on with it. But when I was saying that, see, poor Slim jump up and said, man, F that. I got you, boy. We'll ride against all these dudes by ourselves. I said, who? Who gonna ride? Who finna ride, boy? At that point, I started bagging out of there because I said, nah, nope. If I know what I'm facing, I stand a better chance of getting up out of there, all right? Well, alive. But if I'm thinking you with me, but you really against me, hey, man, the numbers don't got thick, man. I don't know how to play this, so I'm bagging out. I'm like, all right, I bag out the cut. Seaport Slim coming down there, boy, he talking $1,000 worth of, I'm talking about, boy, but you can't whoop me. I know this for a fact. So I know good and well, you are really no help. That's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm willing to let it go. Dude, from the south side, know what I mean? I'm trying to think of a good name I could call this dude, man. Know what I mean? I'm just gonna call him dude from the south side. Dude from the south side, he works out there on the on the yard. I mean, it's really not the yard, but he worked the stairwell. He worked for the administration, so he worked outside the door. He do like the cleaning up around like the stairwells, the walkway, and pick up trash out there, dead man curb out there in the courtyard. So that's what he does. And he went to detail. He went straight on out. You know what I mean? He wouldn't study none of it. See, poor Slim ain't letting it go. He sit down the bed. He got done pulling out the chess pieces in his mind. I mean, the virtual chess pieces. You know what I mean? They ain't no chess. He telling them we plot. The way he plotting, I'm not plotting. I'm thinking like, man, it's over with. You know what I mean? I know not to say nothing to this dude no more and not deal with him anymore. I'm done. You know what I mean? That's what I'm at with it. Seaport Slim, I don't know what he was on, man. He got something to prove, but he got something against these folks. And here's the thing is about the cat from the Pope. When they got hard, they got hard. And I'm talking about, boy, they crash out prone. They are crash out prone. Anybody been in the penitentiary, it ain't changed to the day. They are crash out prone. I'm telling you. And when they don't go, they don't go. Ain't no bagging, ain't no burning, ain't no stopping. Once the wheel don't start turning, boy, they folks own it, boy. I'm like, for real. I'm starting children come off from down there, man. Because I'm telling you, I said, nah, man, ain't that fun. Nah, but no, can't let that slide. Can't let it slide. I'm sick of these dudes. These dudes think they run some. They a bunch of bullets around here. And I'm like, man, come on, man. This ain't that serious, man. And so it's come around to lunchtime. So he like, tell you what, we just gonna wait on the steps for him. So I ain't waiting on no steps for these dudes, man. No, cause he come up same time every day. So it's right after lunch. You know he gonna come up, stay on, cause you always come up there and get some stuff. We just gonna wait on him. So this man don't convince me to go ahead and go to shower. Then lunch. So we go down the steps. We beat everybody back up. We standing up there because usually he come upstairs before everybody come back. For whatever reason, he did not do it this day. And I'm thankful that he didn't. You know what I mean? So while we standing there, there's a whole bunch of our dorm coming back. So one of the dude was big homie from the west side said, hey man, big homie from the city, big homie from the west side. He's like, hey man, what y'all got going on, man? What you trying to do? Man, y'all trying to wait on my homeboy? Talking about Buddy. You know what I mean? From the south side. You know what I'm saying? So you talking about Buddy from the south side. You like, and I didn't say anything. I just shouted like, man, let's go, man, because the plan's over with. You know what I mean? Whatever our plan was is out the window. Because now they crewed up. You know what I mean? Where it was 7, now it's like 10 on. Cause they standing there like, man, you trying to goddamn set the thing out, man. You trying to get big dude goddamn messed up, ain't you? You know what I mean? Cause we ain't going for nothing. These are the people that echoing with the big homie. So I'm telling Shawty to come on. He said, man, you talking about, I ain't going for nothing. We ain't going for nothing. My back is to them. I hear a punch. When I'm walking through like the door, boom. The lieutenant is in the doorway when I open. I hit him with the door, matter of fact. I turn around when I hear the punch. I shoot out. The lieutenant is behind me like, break it up, break it up, break it up. I look and I see what's going on, but I see somebody holding like Seaport Slim. I skip. I'm talking about boy, I got in the lock. And the lieutenant standing right there behind me. He got like his blackjack and pushed me in my back like he's trying to get through. I go past both of them. I go past everybody. Now I'm gonna tell you how the steps go. It's like the steps go up and it turn. It's like a little, because we on the second annex. It's 3 annexes. You know what I mean? We call it like the second annex, and then you have the third annex. It's more set of steps that goes up to the third annex. It's like and it's a drop off. If I hit Buddy, he going over the top of that drop off. Luckily, the lieutenant pushed me with the nightstick. I go past both of them. I like that. I'm talking about really broke up whatever was going on at the moment. And when I turn around, big homie from the west, I don't know how this happened. He getting my boy the business, like 3, 4 of them real quick. I said, man, I can't do nothing. The lieutenant, go break it up. Boom. They don't lock nobody down. They just break up the fight. Big homie from the west side said, man, God darn red. And he don't broke his hand. You know what I mean? And Seaport Slim, I'm like, shout man, why you just didn't walk out? I'm looking at the car. We ended up going back in the dorm. First, they pulled both of them out. They talked it out. They said it was over with. And they sent Seaport Slim back, sent Big Homie from the west side to the medical. We sitting on the bunk. I said, man, why you just didn't wait, bro? Like, it was over with. We couldn't do nothing right now. Like that. I told you, man. I said, man, I'm going to handle it the way I'm going to handle it, man. I appreciate you having my back. He like, nah, man, I'm sick of these dudes, man. You just don't know. When I look around, Big Homie from the west side come back. I said, man, here you go. He come in. He look. He go to his locker box, take his boots off, put his shower shoes on. He slide back over there where we were. He said, man, I got to sit down. And Seaport Slim like, go ahead. He sat down. He said, man, listen. My bad, folks. Let me start right there. He said, because I really don't like Buddy like that. He cool, but, you know, a vet got to stick together. All y'all knew to us. He said, but, man, that man know what's going on. I said, who know what's going on? Little Buddy from the west side, man. Man, that man a boy. You didn't know that? I said, no, I ain't know he was a boy. He said, I'll tell you what. Stay up tonight. You'll see it for yourself. It's about that time. They ain't getting him yesterday. They talking about getting him the other day. Just stay up. Pay attention. So, man, I'm laying in my bed, right? Oh, look, before we get to that point, Lil Buddy Buddy from the south side, he comes up and hit the ball like, man, I'm gonna holler at you. Like, what's up, man? I heard y'all laying on the steps for me, man. What y'all got going on? And I'm like, hey, man, so we done with that. No, I'm just saying. Little buddy from the west side comes up while we talking. Said, man, why y'all laying on my home? But man, that must. But I'm telling you, I said, man, why you the reason, partner? You, I said, man, just stay away from me, man. And I mush him in the face with my finger, right on the nose. I push the nose up, like, man, you stay away from me, man. I said, man, don't talk to me no more, man. You pull up in my cut, I'm gonna slap the taste out your mouth. Boy, I'm telling you right now. On everything, man, I love, man. You come around me again, but it's over with for you. I'm telling you now. Stay away from me, bro. Don't come around me, buddy. Stay away from me, man. Buddy from the south side, he started laughing. He said, man, you really didn't tell that man that? I said, I ain't told that man nothing about you, man. He said, well, oh, okay. He said, well, my bad. We good. I said, we good? I said, we good. And then he said, oh, we good. He said, I got to sleep in here too. Like that. I said, man, we good, man. So he walked off. And that night, I'm laying in my bed. And I'm looking straight across. And like I said, one of the dudes slept like right there by me. He jumps down. Boom. I see the dude who sleep beside him. Both of them from Middle Georgia. Jump up. Boom. They got dude right down in my cut shoot star straight row. He sit down on the bed with Buddy when they home, boy. They chop it up for a second, then they get up. Dude from the west side, little Buddy from the west side, he is asleep. So I assume. So I'm got my scrub cap on. You know what I mean? Like, I got my scrub cap on like this, so I can see what's going on. I don't know if I'm up or not. So I'm laying down looking. They tap the bed. Dude roll over on his stomach. They pull the sheet back, pull this man box down, and convince the masturbate on him. I pulled my skull cap down, but before I pulled my skull cap down, I looked at Big Homie from the west side. Big Homie from the west side, I said, we said, I told you. He's basically telling him, I told you, man. Careful who you call a friend, man. You got to pay attention to everything, man. Sometimes you be loyal to people who ain't loyal to them. That man was a boy. He knew he was a boy. I didn't know he was a boy. A lot of time, man, you don't know a lot of secrets about people, man, that you be calling a friend. And when you call yourself trying to look out for him, just like him, the reason why he went to Buddy, because I exposed his secret. Made it seem like as long as he felt like it between him and the dudes that were doing that to him, then it was okay. But it's not okay. You know what I'm saying? Because you are not being honest with yourself. You're hiding the lies behind the facade. And you kicking it like you cool, but you know what you really on. I ain't got nothing against that. Just be who you are, man. And because, see, if your facade and you willing to blow up everything and any and everybody to hide that, man, and make you fake. It's just like you riding with that dude who you think's a real one in the car with you. But he's really scary. Can't do no time. He ain't trying to go to prison. But he's kicking it like he gangster for real. Like he with all the smoke. He want all the smoke. He with all the drama. And then when the folk got done get y'all sitting in there got no interrogation room, and you holler lawyer, and he holler, what kind of deal can I make? Because the whole entire time he was running behind the facade. He was hiding himself. And he wanted to blow up everything and any and everybody to save himself. In prison, that's a dangerous thing. On the street, it can be worse because you got to think. Once you're in prison, you know what you done lost. But when you're on the street, you just guess. But until the next time, man, Big D, Charlie, I love, like, subscribe, share, comment. I appreciate everybody who's been doing that for me. Continue to tell a friend that told somebody about this, man. It's a message behind everything I tell y'all, man. Until the next time, man. One love, man.